I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. It's an absolute pleasure to be here at DEFSEC 2024, Day 2. Thanks to our good friends at Cisco for bringing this conversation alive. I'm really enjoying the conversation. So many people doing very cool things. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Awesome. My name is Jana Lee Murray. I'm the Vice President of Programs, a little different from the title last year, at ADGA.
Okay, talk to me about programs at ADGA.
So programs is all of the programs in which we actually are delivering and executing to the customer. So whether it's government or industry partners, it's all everything we do and all the people who do the good work.
Wow. ADGA is a great company. Tell me a little bit about ADGA.
So ADGA has been around since 1967, delivering technical services to all levels of government across the defense and security sector. So we're really focused on technical services, so things like software development, value-added project management, security solutions, cybersecurity, that sort of thing. So a diverse set, but real niche sort of technical expertise.
Right. And you guys have a keen lens on veterans too. Talk to me about
Absolutely.
that.
So ADGA has always had a real focus on providing really meaningful employment opportunities for veterans, but things shifted in a really positive way a few years ago when ADGA was acquired by the commissionaires. So as we all know, the commissionaires are a not-for-profit organization, and one would say, how could a profit company report into a not-for-profit? What that means is that the majority of what ADGA makes and the profit we make actually goes back into the social mandate that we've adopted from the commissionaires, which is to deliver back to veteran services. So it's not just meaningful employment, it's also that the money we make goes back into the veteran community as well.
What an incredible model. It must be amazing to be a part of a company like that that's giving back so much at so many levels.
Absolutely. So I've been in defense my entire career, and I was never in uniform myself, but I have been delivering to the defense and security community. But it's really interesting and different and more meaningful, to be honest, being in a company like ADGA, where it's truly everything we do. It's not just the work that we do, but that the company itself is giving back into that community that we care so much about.
You must have so many stories of the people that you work with that have had incredible journeys, being around all of that.
Oh, absolutely. We have incredibly awesome individuals working for us, veterans, Canadians, all kinds of wonderful people. But there is something I want to touch on in that space, that this year has been really challenging for ADGA. And one of the reasons is that professional services in Canada has really taken a hit as a result of ArriveCAN. So obviously there's a lot of scrutiny, a lot of changes that are happening with respect to the review and the administration of this sort of thing. And we've actually seen a direct impact to some veterans, because where previously there was leniency from an equivalencies perspective, so where it had a requirement for a degree or a diploma, a technical authority could look at somebody's military training, right, and say that that is a clear equivalency, and that person would be able to work. We've had, really sadly, veterans who have been doing jobs for a long time, and because of this change, that they are no longer qualified to do that job. So we're really working right now with the government to talk about these impacts, because I think sometimes these changes happen, and certainly that was never the intent of these changes, and we're trying to have this dialogue with higher levels within the government to say, we agree with a lot of what's happening here. The scrutiny, like ensuring that the right companies and the right expertise are coming in to deliver these services. However, there's another side to it, and we all need to sort of look at what those impacts are. And I think we're in that moment, and we're hoping to engage in some more dialogue in the near term.
And no better company to be in that conversation, of course, than yourself. It's funny how sometimes those decisions, for the right reasons, have a negative impact, right? And great that you're bringing light to that. DEFSEC, talk to me about the importance of DEFSEC for you.
DEFSEC is a really, really interesting show. For ourselves, it's a way to actually come together with industry partners. So, we're doing a lot of work with the Army, sort of working into the Air Force and Navy, but this show is so well attended by our industry partners. It's just a real amazing opportunity to engage with those companies that ADGA wants to do much more work for industry. Traditionally, we've been doing the majority of our work directly to government, but there are so many good programs out there right now and so many great companies. I've had some fantastic dialogues with companies that, hopefully I'm sitting here calling them our partners next year.
What does an ideal company look like for ADGA?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that there is a certain mold. Like, as I said, we deliver technical services, so where ADGA can come in and provide a capability. And what I mean by capability as opposed to just a competency is it's a team of individuals who are there to deliver to a certain outcome or a task set. So, we're not just providing staff augmentation. It's really about pulling our team of people together to deliver to a work package or to a more solution-based outcome.
Wow. Sounds amazing. Sounds like you guys are doing some great work and continuing to serve our country so very well. Thanks for being on the show.
It was an absolute pleasure, and I hope to do it again next year.